Alright, hey guys, real quick here. Out in my shop, I finally managed to get to the blue American Standard Luxor Ventaway. I got stuff sitting on top of it with this board here. Like I said, I had this one apart because it was doing exactly what a lot of these will do. It had an internal water leak, and I found the problem. But since I had this apart, I got to the tank. It's still going to be about 4 weeks before I get the part in. But again, just like the blue-green one in the house that we're using, this one was internally leaking, and I converted it over. I put a new fill valve in it. I left this for the paddle. This, I got to get another nut for this. This nut's broke off that. So, this one's pretty much just out here until I get it all built back up. But since I had this one apart, I wanted to show you what I was talking about this. There's 4 bolts on the bottom of the flush valve, and you can see those right there. You can try tightening those down. What happens is when you tighten those down, it expands this gasket right here. Now, however, I think this gasket's shot. That's why it was leaking. Look how dry rotted it is. And when you do this, look at that. Put my finger across it and look at that. Yeah, that rubber is decayed. So tightening it up, this one probably it really didn't do much good. And somebody has tried to fix it. They've put silicone down there, or some kind of caulk. I don't know if it's silicone or what, but somebody's tried to seal that up. It's kind of a hard putty or something. Might be plumber's putty, but I'm going to have to scrape and clean all of that off of there to get the new one in there. So somebody was probably trying to stop that from leaking. Maybe they didn't know to tighten up the screws. I did try to snug them down a little bit, and they were a little bit loose, so I probably could have stopped it from leaking, but I pulled it out. And when I saw all that putty around there, that's got to go. You shouldn't have to do that, but I just wanted to show you that so you can see a better look at that. This actuator snaps off of that. See, there's little lips right here. Those little studs. They snap onto this here. You just kind of barely spread 1 or 2 of these apart. Best to do like 1 at a time. Just kind of spread it a little bit, and then you can lift the actuator. Will come out. It'll come right off of that, and then you can get to it. This is another thing that'll cause an internal leak. The seat disc, your flush valve, flapper, or whatever you want to call it. This one's really bad. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. It's warped. Look at that. That was probably the biggest leak right there. Is that. Now some of these screw on and some snap on. When you buy these new discs at the hardware store, a lot of hardware stores will still carry this. If not, you can order them online. But I bought one at a hardware store from the one in the house. It'll come with a little brass stud that screws onto the screw here to where it'll make it where it'll snap on or off. So it's a universal one that fit either the screw type or snap type. So it'll come with that little brass adapter. Make sure it does. And then the other thing here with this, I took the ventaway mechanism out. I was talking about that. I took the little rubber plug like you'd use for a bathtub. I got it 1 size bigger, and then I shoved it into the hole there where the ventaway was, and then I siliconed it real good with 100% pure silicone. Now, guys, I'm not silicone happy, but it does work well. I worked with a plumber for years, and he used to use it if he absolutely had to on some things, and it does work. Now I'm not saying that's all that'll work. You guys might find something out there that'll work also. I've never messed with Flex Seal or anything, so I don't know. I just know what works, and I leave it at that. And I've also found there's a marine silicone that they use on boats. That's even more waterproof than the waterproof silicone that I'm using, so I don't know. Whatever you can do to work. Sometimes with these older toilets, you can't get the proper parts from. You have to make little modifications. And I just found that, 100% pure silicone works well. It's got like a 30-year guarantee on it, so... And then this is what I was talking about running the fill valve tube to this little elbow instead of down the overflow tube, because it makes the toilet bubble or gurgle a little bit, but that's no big deal. So anyway, those are just the basic things. It's real simple. First thing I would check would be your disc, your flapper disc, flush disc, seat disc, and then if that's not doing it, then you can try to tighten those bolts. And like I said, you could put food coloring or some dye in the tank and see if it comes out in the bowl. If the bowl water does not change, but you're still losing water, then it's going down where the ventaway mechanism went through the tank, because that goes directly to the sewer. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the Luxor Ventaways. Any more questions or comments, please feel free, guys. Thanks for watching.